Terrence here from T.G.G Gaming, and I'm here with
Andrei Faber.
And what'd you do today?
I just got third place at the North Dakota Regional, back-to-back from the Bloomington Regional.
Yeah, I actually have your profile on my channel right now. Actually, so. All right, man. What'd you play today?
I played Danger at Orcust with basically minimal dangers. I added 2 jackalopes, so keeping it cheap. I finished X1 today, only losing to an Orcust mirror, just die roll, and he played Babel and I didn't. So that's a shame, but hey, we got there.
All right, man. Well, let's get into it.
Awesome. So for Orcust engine, we played 2 Skeleton, 2 Orcust Nightmare, 3 Heart, and that's it for the monsters. We didn't play Wand. I didn't see the reason to play Wand, especially since I wasn't playing Babel. I didn't want to open any bricks, so I just minimalized the count of Orcust monsters I played, and it worked out. I kind of wish I played a 3rd Skeleton just because everyone was main decking Call by the Grave. And just overall, it overperformed. This engine was correct, and these ratios were correct. Then back to these dangers. This time we had a 2 Jackalope. They're great extenders. I almost played a bunch of normal summon extenders, being Tetherwolf, more Trick Stars, and it wasn't correct. And these help you fight through cards, and they help you link extend faster. And they net you draws, and that lets you unbrick. So this was the best count. If I had access to the Nessies, I probably would have played them, but I'm happy with the way it performed. Then 3 Connector and Dolphin, just that with Danger is just plus. Incredibly plus, and it's a 1-card starter to get into your Nightmare engine, and it really worked out. I'm happy I played it. And then 1 Boots. I didn't play Cloak. I didn't play 3 Fog Blade. I just wanted to minimize as many bricks as possible, and yeah, there's not much to say about it. And then for the other extenders, we played 1 Sky Blaster just for making nightmares, Candina for pushing power, and just overall the burn effect from spell and trap activations actually comes up if you just stick her on the field, and it overperformed. I'm very happy I played the Trick Stars and not Tether Wolves or any other extenders or bricks. And then for hand traps, we played 2 Ogre, 2 Ash. We're not playing Droll anymore because Droll was complete garbage at the last event, so I didn't want to play at this event. And yeah, the 2-2 ratio worked out. I didn't brick on any. I saw both at the same time with the full combo, and it was absolutely amazing. And that's it for the monsters. Then for spells, we have Reinforcement Army, Foolish, Reborn, just helpful extenders to draw into your combo pieces. Reborn was literally insane. Last round, game 3, my opponent Lancia'd me when I was going for the Galatea Bardiche play, and I Reborn his Lancia and he was playing Thunder. His turn, he drew, I used the Lancia and turned off his entire turn, and I'm really happy I played Reborn. Then 2 Light Stage. I'm really happy I played 2 just for the fact that Rogue, this stuns back row, and that helps you progress the game state when you're only when you only have the Dingrisu and the Bardiche. Sometimes it's very hard to get your plays going, so this helps you kind of counterbalance how many traps you're playing against. It's a pseudo way of fighting through back row. Then 2 Twin. I wanted to play 3, I just couldn't find the room for it. If I were to play it, I would probably just cut the Rhoda or Foolish. Yeah, they're starters, but at the same time, back row is really hard to play through. And I was really afraid of the Mystic Mind deck. I didn't want to lose to it, so I had to main Twin. I just wish I could find a room for the 3rd. 3 Call by the Grave, we're a combo deck, we're not losing the hand traps. And then 1 Counter Trap and 2 Fog Blades. I wanted to play 3 just because a lot of Mystic Mind players I was seeing were playing the Time Lord that when it swings, it halves your life. And if you can Fog Blade that, it locks into a monster and it turns off Mystic Mind. So you don't take the damage, they can't get the monster off the field, and it lets you stall. So that was really impressive. That's the only reason I'll play the 3rd, but Mystic Mind didn't pop up at all today, so that's a shame. Anyways, shoutouts to the crew. I wish you guys were here. They're all back in Louisiana. Shoutouts to Hani, miss him. So we played 1 Dingrisu. I couldn't find 2, and yet again, I entered an event with 0 testing. And the 1 came up. I really wish I played 2. I realized halfway through the tournament how people were abusing this card. This card is literally insane. This plus Bardiche is just, it clears so much back row. So the 1 is great. The 1 Link Spider for the Phantom Sky Blaster. And then 1 Cerberus, 2 Phoenix. Yet again, I'm more afraid of back row, so I didn't want to play the 2 Cerberus, especially just for 1 to throw away. I always threw away Cerberus. I never had to use it once. The double Phoenix came out once, I think. I played a lot of back row today. And then 2 Mermaid. My brother, Alexander, he told me to play 2 just for the fact that so many people were playing Impermanence, Gamma, and Valor. We didn't want to not be able to full combo if they can't get their play started, so we decided to play 2. And I actually won a match today for playing 2, so it worked out. Thank you, Sasha. And then 2 Galatea. Shout out to Marzana. She let me borrow these. She gets this beautiful mat. Galatea is insane. She's just, the Orcust engine is literally insane for how consistent it is. if you can just open up 2 monsters against Phoenix, you open up 3 negates, plus a bounce, plus a recursion play if you play the Babel. I didn't because I didn't know how to play it correctly, so but 2 Galatea were probably the most... I'm so happy I played 2. Triple Burst, just because it's a dark monster, and against Striker, it says you don't have to deal with Ray, and that's the hardest part about Striker. For me personally, multi-roll, yet again, is really insane, but I'm very happy that I played Triple Burst. Then Bardish, no need to explain it, you get your Fog Blades. Unicorn, spot removal to dark, Coral Sword, Warlord, and then my favorite card of the day that helped me win against Altergeist was Drisvania. Setting this up and then setting up the Fog Blade with Bardish Engrave, you can completely clear a 5-card back row in the end phase. So I'm really happy I played it. If I hadn't played it, I don't know what I would have played, probably the second Dengrisu. And if I couldn't get that, I probably would have played the second Borreload. It just comes up so much where you need either another Boral Sword or Borreload if you can't do enough for damage, enough for game. And then that's 15 extra. Going for side, going 3 Pankratops and 3 Lancey again. Very afraid of Thunder. Pankratops under the Saryuja zone, when they leave it up, you can crash over the Saryuja and then pop one of their negates, being Hot Red, Crystal Wing, or at least bait the Crystal Wing. And then I didn't want to lose in time at all today, so I played 3 Dogwood. This card is literally insane. If you can get your opponent to just start spamming dangers, you can start gaining life, and in game 3s where the time is very much of the essence, you don't want to lose. So I'd rather just let them fully combo, gain like 12,000 life points, and then be set for the next couple turns, and then I can still fight back just because I only use 1 card, and this is a 1.5 engine starting deck, so you don't need every single card. And then we played Hummingbird just for the connector, so game 2 and 3, when we think we're going to lose in time, we bring this out instead of Dolphin, so we can gain 2,000 life points, and we're up in life. We were not losing in time, and I'm so happy I played it. And then I chose to play 2 Red Reboot. Very afraid of Altergeist, very afraid of Crackdown, and other traps that were horrendous. Solemn Judgment. I only won against an Altergeist player today because I Red Rebooted Solemn Judgment. And then Spice of the Weekend was 3 Shattering Arrow. So Mystic Mine was everywhere at our locals and our bigger areas that we go to. So we played 3 Shattering Arrow just to clear Mystic Mine. We did it for the mirror match, so we can clear the Fog Blades and the Babel, because everyone else was playing Babel. And then Trick Stars, if you can catch the light stage, that means one of your Fog Blades or your return doesn't get stunned. And what else? Pendulum. Pendulum was another big scary thing. They can put up negates just as much as we can. So I wanted it going first, going second card. And another relevant thing about it is it burns. It burns them a lot. And usually you're left with a floating Fog Blade. So this can hit their light stage or their scales plus the Fog Blade and deal 1,500 points of damage. And sometimes that's just enough. And then that's the deck profile.
Last but not least, any last shoutouts?
Yes. First shout out, because I didn't do it in the last deck profile. Shoutouts to Christopher Tague. He in line he threw me a Colossus so I could actually play the event. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have taught that event. Shoutouts to Marzana for lending me the Galateas because didn't feel like playing supers. Shoutouts to ECGA. We always top him. We always trying to get our name out there, and this is back to back. Shoutouts to Alexander. Shoutouts to Colin for not making it because he got bit by a dog. Little crybabies. If I'm forgetting anybody, I'm sorry. Yeah, not much else to say.
All right, man. Good job again getting your second top in a row.
Yes.
And we will hopefully be doing it on June 2nd again.
Yes, sir.
Next week.
Awesome. Thank you.